Welcome, this is a third section of our Spring course, and in this section we'll be looking at the more advanced aspects and topics that Springs give us. One of the libraries Spring libraries gives us. And this is an aspect-oriented programming. Aspect-oriented programming is a way to program to intercept some calls like proxy, pattern, and it can be embedded in the Spring application fairly easily. And in this video, we'll be describing what the aspect-oriented programming is and how does it integrate with Spring, and we will define what the point cut is. So in this video, there will be Spring AspectJ integration and AspectJ explanation. How does it work? So what is the AspectJ and how to integrate it and when to implement Aspect? So third question is the most important one, because aspect programming gives a big overhead over normal declarative, functional or other programming, because this is a not explicit coding but implicit, and it uses Java reflection underneath. So what the aspect is? So let's say that we have some source method and target method. We have a service A with source method and target method with service B. And service A is calling service B. And this is a normal interaction. So let's take our example of booking service. So some other service is calling book a travel using booking service. But let's say that we want to inject some logic between those two calls and we want to be transparent for caller and target method. So there is a way to achieve this using aspect. So we can define an aspect that will cut a method invocation, and if the specific method is invoked, it could intercept that call and do some additional logic and then invoke that target method. So source method will not know anything about that, target method also. When to use that aspect? So it could be used for auditing purpose. So we can intercept some specific calls to specific methods and log that information for auditing. So we can intercept if someone is calling some secret method, for example, or just we want to log something. And it could be also used to implement security login. We can check out if the specific user, specific role, can have an access to call a specific method. We can even get an argument of the source method that is passed to target method and do some checking on those arguments. We have a Spring application defined with a lot of dependencies. We created that from the Spring Starter app and it has a lot of dependencies. In each video we'll be focusing on the one additional dependency or more, one or more. And in this video, in this section, we are particularly interested in the Spring Boot Starter AOP. It gives us an AspectJ library that is capable to create aspects and intercepting calls. So this is what we need here. So we are defining starter that will be used in our application.